Hey, one more example. So this is rearranging Ohm's law. It's resistors in series. The information is all here. So step one was find out what you do know, right? What do you know? Well, it's all hiding in here. Voltage, we know. Voltage 240 volts. What else do we know? R? No, there's a lot of stuff with R, but it doesn't tell us what it is. Find R. Oh, that's step two. Okay. I is 3 amps, so voltage we know, current we know. What we don't know is resistance. So this looks pretty simple, right? We know V, we know I, we have to find R. It's simple, except there's a bit of a twist because they're not asking us what the total resistance is, because this is going to give us total. When we solve all this, it's going to give us total resistance. Then we're going to have to figure out what is the individual resistance. So we'll do that. So now we want R1. So we have to get R by itself. That means we divide by both sides by I. And these go away. So V over I equals R. So R is equal to V over I. So R is equal to V over I, which is 240 over 3. And that was easy because this is volts and this is amps. So this will be ohms. That's what we wanted. So we got what we wanted. So 240 divided by 3. 240 divided by 3. 80. R is equal to 80 ohms. So are we done? R1 is equal to 80 ohms? No. You know why? Because that is our total. And we know our total is equal to, in this case, there are 3 resistors, so it's going to be R1 plus R2 plus R3. All right? And what do we know? We know our total is equal to 80 ohms, so you could say 80 ohms is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. The other thing we know is that R1 and R2 and R3 are exactly the same as each other. So the tricky thing is if I know that R1 is equal to R2 is equal to R3, then wherever I see R1, I could put R2 there. It doesn't make any difference. I could put R3 there because they're equal to each other. So watch this. If I could do this, it's still true. Yeah, see? Because they're equal to each other. So if 80 is equal to R1 plus R1 plus R1, then that means 80 ohms is equal to 3 times R1. If I want to figure out what R1 is, all I have to do is get R1 by itself. We know how to do that. If you want it by itself, you divide it by what it's multiplied by. See? 3 over 3 is equal to 1. R1 is equal to 80 over 3. I'll write that again over here. Calculator. 80 divided by 3. 26.7. So somewhere R1 equals 26.7 ohms. That wasn't so bad.